Welcome to Classic Game Room, where I've just flown the Magic El Camino up to the new Intergalactic Space Arcade to bring you the review of Mario Brothers on the Nintendo Entertainment System, which now features an El Camino. When everybody else in the room is talking about how great Super Mario Brothers is, I'm the one lone guy in the corner arguing for Mario Brothers, the 1983 Nintendo arcade classic. This is one of my favorite arcade games ever, a game I used to play relentlessly as a kid on my Atari 2600. That's right, youngsters. Back in the day, Nintendo allowed their games to be published on other people's game systems, like the Atari. And for what it's worth, this was a really good Atari game, but it's even better on the NES. As you might expect, we get full 8-bit glory here. Mario Brothers looks and plays great. Mario has been around for quite some time now, even though he was featured in Donkey Kong. This is, as far as I know, his first starring role. Also, it's the first time we get to play Luigi. We've also got the POW block, which will upend all of the creatures on the ground when hit. Unlike most of the Mario series that follows, like Super Mario Bros. And Mario Kart, this game isn't quite as colorful or full of the personalities that we've come to know and love from Nintendo. It's more about the gameplay. But Mario Brothers is harder than it looks. It's brilliant. In some of the shots, it may look like the creatures are only half there. That's due to the interlacing, which frequently messes with recording. On an actual TV, LCD, or CRT, it looks good. Your objective in Mario Brothers is simple: to destroy the creatures coming out of the pipes, collect the coins, and score points. While there's not a timer on screen, if you hang around too long, fireballs will come out and attack you. So it behooves you to eliminate the bad guys as quickly as possible. After every couple levels, you get to test your skill for some bonus points, which is a test of memorization and timing. Learn the best path and don't miss any of the jumps. Even though I did in this round, you just don't want to slow down. Try to go the same direction as much as possible. While this may not be filled with popular Mario series characters like Bowser and Yoshi, it is full of crabs, bugs, moving icicles, and, of course, turtles. You need to hit the bugs when they land, knock the crabs over twice, and make sure to collect their carcasses before they wake up, or else you'll get a nasty surprise. Here's a couple important tips. You'll want to use both sides of the screen when running, jumping, and avoiding enemies. You can't change directions after you've jumped, so be careful. And learn where the edges of those platforms are. It's not as obvious as it might appear at first, and of course you can knock your enemies one of 3 directions. And, now this is important, you'll be quizzed afterwards. An enemy cannot walk through another carcass or an icicle or a coin on screen, so they'll change directions. If played correctly, you can actually block some bad guys away from you. I think the best strategy is to, first and foremost, stay calm, get rid of as many enemies as possible early in the level, before the fireballs come out and make life difficult, and use the POW block sparingly, only in emergencies. Even though I don't have much footage of it here, one of the real joys when playing Mario Brothers is playing with a friend. Give Luigi some screen time. 2-player simultaneous arcade gameplay. It's great. This game cartridge is readily available out there for the NES, but you can also find it for the Virtual Console. It's one of Nintendo's big games, and this copy was sent to the show by our good friend Mark in Brooklyn, New York. It's one of the Nintendo Arcade Series games, not what the NES is best known for, but there's a lot of great arcade games on the NES. Sadly, that level did not go as planned, but this is such a great game. It's one of the best Nintendo games that nobody ever talks about. Mario Brothers. Totally overshadowed by Super Mario Bros. And the rest of the series. Now, I've previously reviewed this game for the Atari 2600, 5200, and 7800. All of those versions are pretty good, but this one is the best console version I've played to date. So thank you once again to Mark from Brooklyn. It's Mario Brothers on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I'll leave you with some more gameplay here, and at the end, you'll notice what happens when you don't pay attention to which crab you've only hit once. And, well, it's a great game. You'll love it. So in that split second when I'm in midair and realize what I've done, we all need to go real slow motion like to complete the effect.